I kind of knew something was up because of the show he had, man, and he was just getting real close with JMANE, and I was always asking myself, like, was it authentic? And I just felt like it was always it was always something else of why he was doing it.
What do JMANE do? He rap, or he just trying to sell cereal, stale cereal?
He's like a comedian, I guess.
What was it before then? A killer?
I don't think he's a killer.
Was he a gang member?
Yeah, he was with FBG Duck and them.
So he was a groupie, part of the FBG group. Couldn't rap. He was a comedian. What made him famous for Dirk and them to want to pull at him? Just FBG?
I think he was on his Pushing Peace movement, and that's when Dirk came along and wanted to push the movement as well.
Why not King Yella? King Yella seemed more sincere with Pushing Peace.
Yeah, King Yella was the first one. He shot a video in 2016 Pushing Peace, and that's when they tried to kill him at the video shoot. So
that's the nigga you go, if you really sincere about Pushing Peace, and I don't like King Yella, don't like nothing about it with scribble scrabble on his face. If you really sincere and you from Chicago and you sincere about Pushing Peace, how you not gonna go to the pioneer of this? He's the pioneer of drill music rappers pushing peace. You go get your pioneer because he trailblazed that fur. You don't go get the goof troop JMANE. Nobody can take JMANE serious because when he gets you on the platform, he whooping you. It's hard to take that serious with Pushing Peace and whooping, and you got all these mothers that's still in pain. You got a with a cereal box talking about Pushing Peace. Man, go get that nigga who almost lost his life and put his life on the line for Pushing Peace if you really serious. If you really serious. Don't get the cereal box. That's a clown that's gonna get the lash. So now, man,
I think JMANE took a lot from your book. I think he seen a character and he mixed the real life with the character.
He used to try to book me all the time. He used to call me out. I would never respond to him. I would never respond. Why? Because I didn't take him serious. I ain't taking no nigga serious with a cereal box in his hand every day. That's a boy to me. That's a boy. I'm looking, nigga, I want to sit down and have some substance. I ain't finna sit down no nigga whooping. Whoop, whoop. And I gotta ask you the whoop question. Man, nigga, I ignored that nigga that nigga called me about 10 times. Man, I wouldn't even respond to that nigga. V tried to plug me in with him. Nina tried to hook me. Man, I'm not doing nothing with that. I'm gonna keep a cereal box with him. I'm gonna take him serious.
What's up, Big Carolina 252, and I'm back with another review for you. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get me to 5K. So, what you can see from the video in the beginning, Charleston White is saying he don't respect JMANE pushing the peace because JMANE is the cereal man, and he respects King Yellow pushing the peace more than JMANE because King Yellow got hit up while he was pushing peace at a video shoot back in the day, and also saying that it's not about the gang members that's pushing the peace, it's about the feelings of the mothers. And usually I rock what Charleston White say, but I can't rock with it this time. Like Charleston White, somebody how everybody's like, oh, I want to have a conversation with him. I would too, just because I want to just, like, he got an interested mind. Like Charleston White is smart. Like that's one of the smartest people ever. You got to realize, for one, to go viral constantly, to go viral at that age, to be able to talk in a way where it can lead people to think you crazy, but bring them back to like a good conclusion of why you think like that, that takes a lot of, like, some of our greatest comedians, you know what I'm saying, went in ways like this. So I would definitely love to talk to him and shit, but in this way, I can't really respect it because he's saying JMANE ain't serious pushing the peace because he's a cereal man. He's walking around with the stale whoops, and it's really about Tuka Mama and Duck Mama, and I get that, but if that's the case, you can't take JMANE serious because that's what he does. He's the cereal man. And okay, so if that made JMANE not serious because that's what he do, you talk crazy about everybody because you said nobody won't hear you. You cuss people out. You disrespect dead people. And I ain't got no problem with it, like, because a lot of people need to hear this stuff. But once you trying to compete with somebody that's doing the same thing, or trying to compare with somebody doing the same thing, that's the problem. Because, like, you say you cuss people out, you disrespect babies, kids, all of that to get your point across. So people will understand you for the same reasons, to push peace. So you will fire people up to push peace. And since he walking around with the cereal, you can't respect it. So with the King Yellow perspective, I understand that too. But also, King Yellow somebody that can't be fully respected with it, because you do a lot of internet gimmicks too. King Yellow do a lot of internet gimmicks, from, oh, I fuck Cardi B and I want to beef with Offset, and like a lot of these antics is why somebody like Dirk wouldn't respect them. Like with JMANE, just the fact of I had personal beef with some of y'all people. JMANE literally had like personal beef with some of them, and like I'm actually talking about Lil Durk and his people. But when you look at King Yellow be having a situation going on his personal life that he ain't even got all the way together. So it's like, yeah, you was pushing peace, but based off how you move with your image, this ain't nothing that's fully being done all the time. Like, King Yellow smart as hell. King Yellow also smart, he stay out of the way, but it's a different type of energy with how JMANE do it, because JMANE come off comical. For somebody to do comedy, I can tell you, it's a room lightener. Like when you do comical styles, is more than likely to bring down the energy and the intensity of the hood niggas and shit like that. So that's why JMANE doing that. With King Yellow, nah, bro. And King Yellow was somebody they seen on Gangland. Like, you gotta realize King Yellow was on the TV show Gangland. He really one of them ones for real. Like, he really one of them ones. Like, JMANE even said he ain't no killer. I ain't gonna say King Yellow killer, but I wouldn't doubt it. So it's a different level with it. Like, and for somebody like Charleston White, like I said, to just go with everybody and go crazy on them to get his point across, it seemed kind of hypocritical for you to go and say JMANE ain't be taken serious. Like, JMANE pull up to all the hoods. I know, and you say, oh, it's a marketing technique to promote the cereal. I seen you using your platform to promote your Live Nation tour. What's the difference? JMANE, I'm gonna push peace, but I'm gonna make my money in the meantime. You doing the same thing, pushing peace, but make your money in the meantime. And then I also can't fully agree that we should be doing it for FBG Duck Mom and Tuka Mom and also them too. I get what you saying, because yeah, their kids is like the ones that people were benefiting off of with the dissing. But at the same time, these are the same people that raise these kids in these areas. These the same ones. So no, JMANE is doing a better job because he's doing it for the next generation up. The cereal ain't for you. It ain't for the adults really. It's for the kids. So the image is not like, of course, kids ain't buying $100 cereal, but they attract to that. So it's the fact that, okay, the next generation up, the females that ain't had their generation of FBG ducks, their generation of Chief Keefs, the kids out here that's gonna be fathers that ain't gave birth to the next FBG duck or Chief Keef. It's about them. It's not about the ones that had their life, didn't do nothing about it, didn't change your kid's situation when you seen how bad it was, didn't move, didn't do nothing. It's not about them. It's about the ones that got the power to change that before it happened. So FYB JMANE is doing what he's supposed to do, and he got the right target audience for it. Like, Charles White doing his stuff, but let's be real. For the people that's trying to better their life, and the people that's like talking or listening to a Charleston White, he do stuff for them. Like, bro, cause think about it, the kids going up, the next generation, them kids can't afford to get in no comedy show. So just like the kids can't afford no $100 whoops, can those kids afford to get inside your comedy show? No, they can't. They can't. So the same way how you profiting off of what you doing, you can't be mad at the next man for that. You can't do that. Like, you cannot do that, bro. Because now it's looking like, what's your reason? Do you really care about the people, or is it to benefit off of you? Because you'll still get online and pop your shit like, y'all ain't getting money like this. I've been like, you'll go on live and go crazy. JMANE don't do that. And I feel like that's because JMANE somebody that's really from the streets, really been shot at, really been seeing homies die, really been seeing the issues that come behind it. So when you include this inside of why somebody pushing peace, why somebody moving comical, because moving like a Charleston White ain't beneficial. And yes, Charleston White done went through stuff, and he done went through life, and he done went through jail and murders and all this other shit. But it's different when you did that as a child and you so distance away from it personally, because you 40-something, 50-something years old now, when you 30 years old and you was doing this shit 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 summers ago, it's still more attached to you. Like the history to get back is still there. The people that Charleston White did stuff to, man, half them people probably dead anyway. That was a long time ago. So somebody like FYB JMANE is still extremely attached to it. It's detrimental to his life that he moved in a note that's comical. And that's part of the brand. Like Charleston White do the same thing. He joke on everybody. If you ask me, I'm one of the biggest Charleston White fans. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I debate with family about Charleston White, friends about Charleston White. And the only people that don't like what Charleston White say when he spills some of that shit is people that don't want to hear the truth and they scared. Some of them lies or some of them lies they want to believe in, something he done spoke on. So I fuck with Charleston White. But in a note like this, nah, bro. I feel like you low-key jealous of JMANE because you didn't get to meet Dirt. Y'all got to think about it. Charleston White's the same person to be like, anybody that I call out, I'm secretly a fan of. That was your words. Now, you talking to a Charleston White fan, like a Charleston White fan speaking on this. Your own words was, most of the people I call out, I'm a fan of. So, you a fan of Lil Durk. You ain't get that deal, you ain't get that attachment with Lil Durk, but FYB JMANE did. Woody said the same thing with like Charleston White got some jealousy in his heart. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to say otherwise when as soon as somebody get inside your lane, now it's a problem with them. Like the same work, if Charleston White could get to O Block and be safe, he would. He would. Cause the same place that he talk about that big him up, y'all gotta think about it. If I can talk about something and get viral off of it, imagine how viral I'd be if I could actually be in the vicinity or be in the place of it. So the fact a lot of these moves that FYB JMANE doing, even to the fact of being on stage, Charleston White went to packed out shows, but now FYB JMANE on them packed out shows with Dirt. I feel like it's the fact that the competition is getting thick, and now he got to move another branch of somebody to beef with to keep the energy going. When he going against the gangsters and all that, I'd be like, all right, Charleston White, do your thing. But now when you going against people that's in the same car as you, the same job as you, now it's nothing but hatred. You gotta be real, it's nothing but hatred. Y'all going to execute the same job. You executing it with the older crowd and with the parents. He's executing it with the children and the kids and the young adults. So what are you mad about? So what that he walk around with cereal? It's for his fan base. You walk around with a bad attitude and vengeance on your heart against everybody. Like, you still get your message across. He doing a better message than you, a more positive message than you. Like, he dressing better, he looking better, like Paul, no Diddy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he carrying his image in a better light than you, and I feel like that's the problem. Even to the fact, like Charleston, you should have been had your own podcast, but I feel like you skipping that step, and you'd rather collect other people's money, because they paying you go get it, but at the same time, JMANE business structure even better than yours. Before I keep moving around and hoping they pay me this and trying to collect that, let me go ahead and do my own podcast so every day I can talk. Do you know how many people would pay you to come sit down with you? It's literal people that would pay you to come sit down and just talk with you. But that's what's letting me know it's more of a money grab for you. Like JMANE doing his shit too, but JMANE is optimizing the business. Like, he using his resources like the way he's supposed to. So I don't feel like there's no way you should be mad at another man that's trying to execute the same job as you, somebody to look up to you. You even said it. I feel like it's trying to be a clout move because you said, oh yeah, he done called me and all that. He done called me 10, 11. So somebody's doing the same thing as you. You don't want to link up with him. And what making me feel like that's a lie. He don't want to sit down with him. He can't take him serious. So ain't you the same person that did an interview with Orlando Brown? and got to fully fussing and argue with him. So you would take Orlando Brown, somebody that barely put full sentences together that make sense, that ain't trying to like give some underwritten story or underlying secrety, whatever type. So you'll go sit down with him, but you won't sit down with JMANE? Like, come on, Charleston. Like, a lot of times people be like, oh, Charleston White be contradicting. And I call him a liar or a hater just because they want something to say bad against you. And this note is very contradicting. It's very contradicting. Like, it's no other way to put it. So what I would like to see is FYB, JMANE, and Charleston White sit down. Because the thing is, the same way how JMANE did Ant Glizzy, I feel like gonna happen to Charleston White. Well, Ant Glizzy gonna come inside there with the negative mindset, with trying to debate and trying to yell and do all this other stuff. And JMANE gonna look at you and be like, that's not what the message is. That's not what is, you know what I'm saying? That's not what we here for. So I feel like that's exactly what's gonna happen. And it's gonna be like a real entertaining conversation. I don't feel like JMANE gonna try to do, I don't even wanna speak on it. I already see it's coming. I'd rather let y'all leave that so I got something else to talk about in the next video. What y'all think about this though? Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go.